Hey y'all, Alan here from Perk. In 2022, we bought our own Breville Barista Express espresso machine, and we sent out coffee to 50 testers to figure out if the recipes that we developed translated to their espresso machines. And I owed y'all a follow up on how that went. So here's what we found. Most users found that their grind settings needed to be within 1 to 2 settings of where we ended up. And what that means is that these are really, really consistent machines, and the recipes that we developed make for really good starting points across most users. There are some caveats though. So we learned that the Barista Express and the Barista Pro do have a different burr in their grinder than the Barista Touch and the Oracle. So if you do have a Barista Express or a Barista Pro, chances are you need a grinder calibration of 2. But if you have an Oracle or a Touch, that's going to end up somewhere around 4 to 6. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to our previous video about having bought the Barista Express, where I walk you through how to make those adjustments. Some of the other things that we learned from the data are that each of the grind settings, so when you actually move the dial on the side of it, is about a 3-second step. And that's pretty uniform across users, it seems like. So we're going to have a follow-up video on how to dial in your espresso from a good starting point. But for your own reference, know that each one of these steps is the equivalent of about 3 seconds. We also learned that there are some older model Barista Express machines that do not have an adjustable burr calibration. If that's you, one, your burr is pretty old and it's time to replace it anyway. The good news is it's compatible with one of the newer burrs with adjustability. You can get them from Baratza. I'll put the part number in the description here. It is part number 1801. But putting that in is going to give you the adjustability that you need to follow recipes and to just better be able to dial in your coffees. Overall, it turned out this is, again, super consistent and a tremendous value for a home espresso machine. They retail for about $750, but we see them on sale for under 600 even, and I definitely recommend it. There's going to be recipes for every single coffee that we have at perkcoffee.com. I'll have a more specific link for you here in the description. But know that those exist, and it's a really easy starting point. When you buy a coffee, you don't have to be afraid to use it on espresso because you're going to get pretty close on the first try. If you don't have a Barista Express or a Barista Pro, you can still use those recipes as a starting point. It's going to give you the ratios that we recommend for the coffees, and it's going to give you a relative grind size. So, for example, if we are recommending grinding the Colombian coffee a lot finer than the Ethiopian coffee, that's going to give you an idea of where you need to make your adjustment from your previous coffee. We're going to go from here into how to get from that good starting point into a really great shot by dialing it in. And we're going to talk through some things like adjusting your grind, knowing how far to adjust it each time, and then also how to use some other factors like dosing. Beyond that, we're going to do some videos on milk steaming, on some advanced puck preparation, and how to clean and some accessories we recommend for the Barista Express. But please check perkcoffee.com and reference all the recipes there. And if you're struggling, give us a shout. We're always happy to help you get to the best possible cup. Thanks, y'all.